Well, this week I thought I'd talk to you guys about special event stations. They're always so much fun to work. They have such great cards, and there's such good history and events to celebrate and commemorate. And lots of them, you can collect multiple cards for colonies or Route 66, and you can even have your grandkids talk to Santa. So if you're looking for something for your club to do and to help the new members get used to being on the air and operating procedure, well, I think a special event station is perfect. It's not that hard to do, and we're going to kind of walk through it. So when you do want to do a special event station, first thing you're going to want to determine is what you want to celebrate or commemorate or what's going on. So I Googled a bunch of different things that are happened 50 years ago or 100 years ago, and there's just some things that you could do in 2017. So let's pick NASA launches the Lunar Orbiter 3 spacecraft. So now that I picked the event, next I'm going to want to determine is the one-by-one call sign we're going to want as a club. So if you go to onebyoneCallsigns.org, you're going to be able to get a list of call signs available for the time you want to do it. So let's say as a club we voted for November 3 Lima. Let's go in here and check it out and see if it's taken for the week we want. So we'll go into search, we'll put in November 3 Lima, hit enter, and here is a list of all the special events for that call sign with their dates. And if you notice, there's no dates in the future, they're all in the past. So that call sign is fully available right now for all of 2017. So let's go in and request the call. Now when you click request a call, up comes this application, and it's really easy to fill out. So you need to pick a coordinator from the drop down. I picked the ARRL, but there's others for you to choose from. Put in the dates that you're going to be on the air with the special event call sign. You're allowed up to 15 days max. Put in the person in charge of that call sign, and it's best if you use somebody with a general class license or higher, and that way you'll be able to operate on the HF bands. And now make sure you put in a really good description in there as well, and then save it. And as I said, the most you can have that special event call sign is for 15 days. Next, you're going to want to design the QSL card. Even though you're not going to order QSL cards until after the event, you want to have the design locked in place because you're going to use that to help promote the event. And I'll bet you that either someone in your club or someone in your club's kid is a budding artist or graphic designer or something, so put their talent to good use. Next, and a very important part of this whole process, is to promote your event. Now there's many ways to promote your event, and you're going to want to do as many as you can. That way you'll have a lot of activity on the air. One, obviously, is to put it on your QRZ page with your special event call. Set up a QRZ page, put the artwork on there, and also be very explicit in how you want QSLs handled. You want self-addressed stamped envelopes and where you want it sent and everything like that. Make it very easy for the people that work the special event to contact you. Next, you're going to want to set up a Facebook page. Pretty easy to do. And when you do that, put as many pictures as you can about what you're commemorating. Visual is great. Make sure you invite all your Facebook friends to join your Facebook page. And you can use this to list the frequencies you're on live while the event is going on so people can find you. And if you even want to generate more interest, use Facebook Live. Those go right to the top of the Facebook news feeds. So anybody that's a friend of yours, that pops in right at the top all the time. So they can watch you working people live while your special event's going on. Another cool thing is to create a web page. This can be expensive. Maybe you have someone in the club that can do it for free and has a server they can host it on. Then go for it. Or maybe it's a major event. Then you might want to create a web page. That's always an option as well. And here's all the free ways you can do it. Obviously ask QST to publish it in their special event listing. Promote it in other countries' publications too. List it in the online forums and websites. There's a QRZ forum place for that. eHAM has one. And there's a couple of websites where you can go in and list your special event station. And don't forget about Snapchat, Instagram, and Twitter. So those are some other free places to get the word out about your special event station. And don't forget about the old-fashioned way. If you have flyers, put them at the local candy store. Email them to the larger clubs around the country or the world. And when you do get on the air, make sure you self-spot and put a little thing in the description of what the special event is all about, because that is really the best way to get the word out as people look at the clusters. Now, I find the easiest way to make sure that no two stations are on the same band in the same mode at the same time is to create a shared dock for all the members to sign up for time slots. This is the one we're using right now. We're doing the Walter Cronkite special event. It's going on right now through Sunday. And so that was through Dropbox. So every Dropbox is free for people to share docs with. And they can go on and sign up for slots. And so if you want to do 20-meter phone, you go on there and you see that it's empty, you put your name in there and no one else can take it for that time slot. Google Shared Docs is another one that's free and easy to use. So that's the best way, I think, to make sure there's no two members on the same band and the same mode at the same time. And now comes the time to activate. Try and get on as many bands and use as many modes as possible. And also try and stay in the general class portion of the band. That way you get the maximum amount of participation. Another great idea to do when you activate your special event station is get some volunteers from the club who are willing to host others to come and activate from their station. That way you get the newer members in. Maybe they don't have their station fully set up yet, or they're a little apprehensive about operating. Well, this is a great time to Elmer them and show them how to do it. As a matter of fact, we're going to be hosting about 10 to 12 people from the Metro DX Club for our Whiskey 9 Charlie Walter Cronkite special event this Saturday. And so hopefully we'll get to show them how to do it, and they'll feel comfortable getting on the air and making contacts. Now you also have to make sure that who's ever activating turns in their logs, and you need to put somebody in charge of creating the master log from the special event station, and that's what's going to get used to send out those great certificates and QSL cards. Once the event is over and the master log is created, now it's time to order those QSL cards. And you're going to want to order enough to make sure everybody gets one, and then some for your shortwave listeners. And you're also going to want to save a couple, maybe give it to the historian of the club to keep it, to show a little history of some of the things the club has done. Now that you're all excited about special event stations, here's some upcoming special event stations for the next 2 weeks. Now, I went to the ARRL site, and you know what? This is just a few of them. There's a ton on there, so you can always go on there and see what's upcoming. But go out there, have fun, listen to what they do, and we're going to be doing ours, our Walter Cronkite, and we're also going to be doing Facebook Live, so you can watch us doing it live. So that should be a lot of fun. So we'll see you on the air this weekend, or should I say, you'll see us, literally.